All right. Kind of. Wait. There we go. So, a few fun things. Leveled up my succession. Super happy about that. Working on my holo now. Almost done with that. We have some classes built out that are up to snuff. I enjoy it. Do want to level that up a bit more. And I mean, are there any catalysts we need to work on? Let's look at this before we start up. Man, the day one raid was only a few days ago, but it felt both forever ago and not so much. I always forget that I streamed that to you guys anyways. That's not what I meant to do. Oops. Just move some my highest light level stuff over. Just so we can get the pinnacle stuff. Who knows? Maybe we could use the shotgun. That's really killing my light level. Do I have any fodder? Of course I do. That's better. I'm so sad. My A button on my controller broke. Don't know how it happened. Just wore off. Like, it still works just fine. But I don't know how to describe it. So it's like, I don't know if you can hear the click on the controller. It doesn't have that click anymore. It's really like soft and loose and yeah. I'm gonna have to buy a new controller, which sucks. I don't want to spend the money on it. But I guess I've been jumping around too much and wore it out.
Hail, Queen's Guard. I felt you reaching out. You shine as a beacon of ascendant power.
You flatter me, Mara.
Maintaining my connection is demanding, but by observing your astral wake, I am discovering ways through the ley lines that have never been charted before. As you move through the ascendant plane, you consecrate it on a paracausal level. Its borders fray and yield to your touch. The corruption within withers as you approach. For someone of your ability, one step through that darkness can equal 1,000 on this plane, 10,000, 10 million. A Shadow Legion prison ship drifts above us amidst the stars, far beyond our range. Or so they believe.
Oh, are we going to
Come
space?
To me and I shall open a path. Show them. Nothing is outside your reach.
Hey, we get to go to space. Mara welcomes you with an unexpected suggestion, using the Ascendant Plane to pursue the Shadow Legion into space. By observing your astral wake, I am discovering ways through the ley lines that have never been charted before, she says. As you move through the Ascendant Plane, you consecrate it on a paracausal level. Its borders fray and yield to your touch. The corruption within withers as you approach. For someone of your ability, one step through that darkness can equal 1,000 on this plane. 10,000. 10 million. She asks that you report to her when you are ready. Show them nothing is outside your reach. Keep forgetting that, like, I have no glimmer. Ooh, the end of the which you receive. Award an additional Defiant Ingram and War Table Reputation. Oh, I have to receive one of each, though. But we can start red borders. Yes. Defiant Battleground, Orbital Prison. Rescue captives from a Shadow Legion prison in near-Earth orbit. Let's do this. So instead of assaulting the ship like we were doing in the opening cutscene, we're just going to use the Ascendant Plane to waltz right on through. Wonder how that's going to look. Or where we're going to like start the mission. Oh shoot, we start at the farm? Oh, this is cool. Oh, already this is my favorite thing ever.
The newest Shadow Legion prison is all the way up in orbit. That's too hot a drop, even for me.
Distance is no obstacle for one traversing the Ascendant Plane. Show them, Guardian.
I love this.
I feel real lucky to know y'all. Who else would show me these other realities?
Quite right. Even now, there's people in the outskirts who think the material plane is the only one. Sometimes I envy them.
Yeah, sometimes ignorance is bliss, especially when it comes to the Taken.
I love this so much. Provoke the Taken. Aren't they sick of us by now?
The ley lines running through this area are blocked by the Taken, like hair clogging a drain.
Did you just make a shower reference? I just realized that. Night Blaze, what's up? What's the time for me right now? It is almost 2 p.m. Why? What time is it for you, Knight? What? Wow. You are so far ahead of me. You're all the way out there in the east. You know, that makes sense. I don't blame you there. Like, I'd have to be streaming in the early AM, and I know I used to do that. I just haven't been able to for a very long time. I just almost always have, you know, work or school or stuff that happen during the day now. Starting at noon, my time, is about as early as I can get now. And that's only going to get worse as time goes on. Wish we didn't have such a big difference. I know. Time zones are the worst. Is this us going to space?
I've never seen anyone get that high up without a ship before. Hope the Guardian doesn't get vertigo.
The thought of jumping those chasms puts me right off. My belfry is plenty high enough, thank you.
Didn't you used to be a paratrooper, Devram?
I was, and I'm not keen to repeat the experience.
I love the banter. Okay, no worries, Knight. I do appreciate you stopping by, though. Wow, we straight up go right into the ship. Earth's thermosphere. I just learned about that in my geography class. Play Roblox once and stream it. We'll see. I have no intention of playing Roblox, but you guys nag me enough. Eventually, maybe I will, just to prove a point.
The ship's internal system. It is beyond my influence.
Ghost can handle it. Might take some time, though.
Alright, Ghost, you got this. They've unleashed the hounds. Oh, that's the beauty of Roblox. You can have everything and nothing in there. The top two are crap. That doesn't shock me. It's probably just full of a bunch of 8-year-olds who really enjoyed the game. Oh, come on, you guys. You could have done this without losing Ghost. Or, you know, having him disrupted. You were so close. Roblox for its sake. Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, I used to play Roblox way back in the day. And even then, I only played like, I think it was like shop simulator thing or whatever. You build your own shop and whatnot. It's the only one I did. And there was this one like jump puzzle thing. But
Perhaps they're trying to
those were
evacuate the
old.
captives.
More likely they're falling back to an area with air support. That's what I would do.
You pilots are all the same.
We'll see if I
Yes,
stream at
support
all
is your
between
answer
now
to
and then,
everything.
though.
Damn right. Otherwise we wouldn't have any infantry left to buy us drinks.
Come on.
The prisoners rejoice to see you, Guardian.
How do you know you're not here?
First things first, we've got airborne reinforcements to deal with.
Who are you? Oh gosh. Yeah, straight thresher. Alright. That's gonna be annoying. Threshers hurt. Well, if I do end up streaming, you can always look at VODs and stuff as well. It's one reason I switched to YouTube streaming. Alright. Go pick homeboy up. Oh yeah, no, all my Discord is used for is like just notifications. I'm not ever active in Discord servers as is. And the fact that most people in my Discord are young, that doesn't help the situation either. There we go. Well, this is nice. Not much moving. We're just kind of chilling here in the one hangar. Like, the only Discord I'm active in is my clan's Discord. And that's just because, you know, become good friends with most of them there. So we'll chat, get together and play Destiny stuff. So even like the Discord I had with friends, I wasn't active in it. Even like just group texts and stuff with, you know, IRL friends, I'm not active in. So it doesn't shock me that my channel went's dead. And whenever I do try to spark conversation in there, occasionally, you know, no one answers. Everyone just like, I don't know, the only comments I ever see in there is like, your channel's dead. I'm like, well, okay, let's chat. And then no one says anything. And I'm just like, all right, I tried. He took it. All right. I hear the turrets. Ow. I'm gonna close up. Yeah. It's just one of those things. It was a new social media thing that we don't use anymore.
This weakness. I recall so many whirlwind tales of devastation, of ruin. The darkness closes on us.
I like how short this one was. This one's so quick.
You have allies in the dark, Cal of Light. Do not fear.
Look at us go. Yeah, I do a lot of YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. That's about the only social media. I mean, I'll scroll through stuff like Twitter and Instagram, but I'm not active on those platforms. If that makes sense. Active in the sense of like, I don't post often and whatnot. I'm almost constantly on them, which isn't good, but. Mithrax okay?
Hey, Guardian. We were just grabbing a little downtime. Gotta celebrate your successes, you know?
Amanda told me we must not forget to.
He's got a glass. I love that.
We have accomplished much and saved many lives.
That's right. There's no I in team, but there is an A and an M. Please don't tell folks I said that. But yeah, we're a team. Any door I can't hack open, you splice through. We are in this together.
It is a privilege to join you. You and the Vanguard welcomed us as honored guests in your city.
Guests? The city is your home. When I first showed up at the gates, I felt like I belonged. And that's how it should be for everyone.
I had thought you were born there.
No, I got there later. Same as you.
Amanda, you know our story, but
Are we gonna get some
I would very much
Amanda
like to hear
backlore?
yours.
If we're gonna stay here, we should be building more ships. That's all I'm saying.
Shut up, civilian. Amanda speaking.
I grew up on the road. As
Where
long
the
as I could remember,
frame rate die?
my family had been walking toward the last city. My mama told me we'd be safe there. She said that was all that mattered. But at the time, all that mattered to me were the jump ships in the sky above. I thought they were the greatest thing I'd ever seen. My folks tried their best, but the road's a dangerous place. When the House of Winter attacked, my mama fought them off best she could.
Wow, she even
Even
remembered
killed
the
the captain
house.
before they shot her. Pneumonia got my daddy not long after. I'd heard tales of people resurrected, chosen for immortality. But not them. They were just gone. When I finally reached the last city, I knew my mama was right. I'd be safe there. I was finally home. I learned to fly as soon as I could reach the stick. I never had powers like the Guardians or a ghost to resurrect me. But in the cockpit, I'm every inch as tough. Now, every time I fly, I remember where I came from and who I'm fighting for. And that's all that matters.
I forgot how young she was when she got to the last city.
Thank you, Amanda, for your story and your spirit.
Yeah, well, we've come a long way, huh?
Yes, we have.
What was that? Is that her handing him something? Does the fire team generate 20 awoken favors during the Defiant Battlegrounds playlist? Alright. So Void Surge. I like it. 'Cause I don't have to change anything. Then we have Overload and Unstop. I don't have anything for unstops. And our overload is lacking. Okay. Looks like we'll just have to deal with it. We still need to read these lore books. Maybe at the end of the stream. If I remember. I just now need to do the weekly Lightfall campaign mission and a few more lost sectors. And then we can get to rank 8. Or, like, progress to rank 8. Get rank 7. So we need Favors of Justice. We just need to spam grenades. Dang it. I saw that. Pick me up, Titan. There you go. Surely we've completed enough, right? Oh, we're halfway there. Also, 69. Nice. The perfect seasonal score. Score. That's the word. Also, Vex is already at... Look at these guys. 8-7. I'm only a measly 6. It's because I'm not doing the activities that count. I think it's not until like rank 9.
I hope y'all got some tricks up your sleeve. That facility's buttoned up tighter than Saint's helmet.
Fear not. Queen Mara's channeled some of her considerable power into the Guardian. They're taking a shortcut not even the Shadow Legion will see coming.
It's like not even until rank 9 where you have to do stuff like dungeons and raids and whatnot. Which is very interesting to see. Oh, Hunter, what's up? How have you been, man? I think I'm full on heavy. Yeah, I am. Oh, you're up in Idaho for school now? Nice. How are you liking Idaho?
That the witness has this whole plane of existence to itself, but it's still got to make trouble on our doorstep.
That is the nature of darkness. The witness will not compromise. It will not negotiate. Its victory must be total.
Well, that's just unreasonable.
To see a servitor corrupted in this way, it is an insult to our house.
Maybe it came from a different house,
Unleash your
though.
light and free it from its suffering.
It's nice. You've been enjoying it. I feel like, yeah, it's either one or the other. Either people really enjoy it there, or people just absolutely hate Idaho. It's kind of funny when there's like no either or. I have no way to stun unstop, so just kind of let it kill you. Let the teammates worry about finishing it off. Is this your first semester up there, or have you been up there for a while? I mean, I haven't chatted with you in a long time. Gosh. I love this meta so much.
The pyramid yields to the might of the Awoken.
Well, not all of us.
Okay, so this is your first
This is
semester
only
back.
possible because Queen Mara is sharing her power.
Without her, I'd still
At
be
least you're
stuck in
liking
that
school.
pyramid.
And
It's always
I'd
hard
still
coming
be
back.
trying to get you out.
I just love how much of a simp Crow is. It's fantastic.
This prison is
Yeah,
filled
that was
with
pretty
a
much full on.
miasma of darkness, a fetid yearning for the end of all things.
Only the light can banish it. Amplify its effects by activating the veil fires.
Use them to consecrate the taken essences and turn their energies against them.
Woo. Oh, come on. Where's the wizards? I love Void Warlock. Oh, wizard's over here. Kinda sucks how long the Cosmodrome battleground is. Why am I not creating any more favors? Oh, did I kill that wizard? Have I dunked? Okay, I don't remember. No, I have not. Okay. Please tell me we finished it.
You've become quite the leader, Amanda. Impressive. For a throttle jockey.
No, you infantry boys are all the same. Tough talk when it's time for drinking. But when the shooting starts, you're crying for air support.
You couldn't tell a pyramid from a priory that high up. You pilots need someone brave enough to set eyes on it.
Brave or foolish? That's the eternal question, ain't it?
For the both of us, I'm sure.
I love the banter. It's just, it has nothing to do with like, you gotta pay attention for close lore or anything like that. It's like, nah, there's just, you know, create some fun. Yeah, see, we just did not generate enough favors. That's weird. Oh, okay. We'll start working on that. That's a Niamuno weapon. Let's just run the sword. Receiving damage while guarding temporarily increases sword lunge distance. Oh. Okay. Do I have any Season of Defiance weapons? I mean, I guess I have the grenade launcher. None of them are like particularly good. Oh, I want to use this sword instead. Yeah, we want incandescent. For sure. We'll use the Taken spec. Why not?
The Guardian is on approach to the Pyramid outpost now. No major troop movements to report. Something's up.
Is this an uppercut sword?
agree.
It is.
The Shadow Legion invested heavily in fortifying the EDZ. But it's quiet as a Trustland church mouse out here.
I don't like it. Stay sharp, Guardian.
I need Devour if I want to stay alive.
Good thing you ain't scared of heights, Guardian. It's a long way down into a bunch of nothing.
Falling is one of my least favorite ways to die. Too much time to think on the way down.
I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I took it too easy on you with the shotgun.
You've never taken it easy on me, to my knowledge.
I love it.
Though they appear chaotic, the Taken are still bound by a psychic command structure.
Right. Let's target their leadership, Guardian.
Just trying to generate a little bit of favor. wonder where I got take. Why did I get taken essence? I hope the incandescence is working towards our goal. It should be. But one never knows. What the? No! I hit an invisible wall! That was dumb. Aw, thanks, team. Sweet, we're done. I'll finish this though.
I'm grateful we got the Guardian for missions like these, but sometimes I wish I could take care of it myself.
I can't tell you how many times I've looked out of my belfry and wished I could leap into the front lines.
It's been sitting there for
We don't
5
get to
years.
choose who becomes a light bearer.
Or 6 years.
Same as it ever was. Sometimes it just gets my goat. That's all.
It gets your greatest of all time? That makes no sense. Oh, that's right. This is the ambush section. Totally forgot about this. I thought we were already on the boss.
Damn. It's an ambush. How did they locate our portal so quickly?
Hardly matters now. Keep a lookout for traps and push through, Guardian.
Just keep shooting. Just keep killing. I'll stay alive. Alright, we fine. We good. I didn't see. Was that the triumph for the sword? I was too busy trying not to die to read. No, it wasn't. Okay. Alright. Let's just keep killing. Devour, stay alive! Gosh, that was ridiculous. We are so powerful. That whole sword kerfuffle, that was ridiculous. I was gonna say, I don't even think I have the sword artifact mod on. Uh-oh. Yes. Got it.
What's happened? The Guardian has dropped from my scanners.
They have been cast back into the Ascendant Plane. The Shadow Legion is more accomplished than I anticipated.
Must be a scion. Their minds are capable of incredible things.
It matters not. It will take more than a mere detour to dissuade us.
Unless you unplug them from the machine. Crow. Don't think I haven't forgotten that. There's enemies down there. I'm just gonna Nova bomb them. Nope. Okay. Couldn't remember where they spawned. I kind of want to keep the sword on. Incandescent's really fun.
The captives are nearby. We're ready to transmat them out once the Shadow Legion are dealt with.
Use the balefires to spread your light and to consecrate the essences of defeated Taken.
Oh, I don't have the void. Right? I'm missing some sort of artifact. Oh, no, I'm not. Never mind. I think when I equipped this loadout, it put it back on. Because I do remember taking it off to do some farming. Goodness sakes, it's just so many grenades. Grenade for you. 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 He deserves a Nova Bomb. Grenade for you. Grenade for you. Oh, I didn't kill anyone with that grenade. I can with this. Want this essence. Okay. Oh, he's up and running? Alright. Are both of you dead? Oh, this is the same spot. Okay. I was wondering if this jump was like similar or was a copy of the last area? Or I should say, like, does it refresh the area? The answer does not. It's the same. Oh, we can't pick him up over there. Almost didn't make that one. You have this many void shields, how can you not create this many orbs? I may have overshot that. That's my B. There we go. I got him! I got him! Sword buddies.
I think I preferred fighting Gaul.
You find Callus's Shadow Legion to be a more formidable enemy?
Too early to say.
Another
but
red
I
border, nice.
understood the Reds. Look one of Gaul's soldiers in the eyes, and you'd at least see a soul behind them.
Too true. Man, we went ham. Look at that. We went ape on that one. 2 red borders. I like it. Golden tricorn and elemental capacitor. Interesting. Very interesting. We have a Lost Strand auto rifles. Is it EDZ holo projector? It is. Or, sorry, farm. So this will finish up the story portion. And there's a couple of weekly stuff for us to get done as well. We have a lot of justice. Who was it that we have to chat with? Was it Devram? Or Amanda? Amanda.
Hell of a time on that Shadow Legion ship, wasn't it? Of course, I joined for other reasons too. When you heard the story, I needed a home, a family, someplace to belong, just like Mithrax. He's amazing to work with. He's always so gentle around the tower. I forget he's an Elixni war captain. But man, I learned quick when we started tackling those prison transports. And once, he got jumped by 2 legionaries, and when I turned to help, he just shouted, "You need not waste your shells!" Man, he's a tough old bastard, and I absolutely love it. Bringing the fight to them for a change, that's the kind of thing I joined the Vanguard for. He's the best patrol partner I've had in years. But I gotta keep our comms closed. Last week, Devram heard me call him Crawdaddy. Nearly laughed himself unconscious.
Alright, let's read this first before I get my thoughts. Amanda is clearly pleased with the recent attack on the Shadow Legion ship. That's the kind of thing I joined the Vanguard for, she says. She talks about how much she enjoys working with Mithrax, as if to explain why she shared her story with both him and you. He's always so gentle around the tower. I forget he's an Elixni war captain, she says. But I learned quickly when we started tackling those prison transports. Once he got jumped by 2 legionaries, and when I turned to help, he just shouted, "You need not waste your shells." He's a tough old bastard, and I absolutely love it, she grins. Tells you she's looking forward to continuing her patrols, then signs off. There's a mix between wartime gloom and the joy of battle in this season. Like, it is really grim, and it's cool to see everyone trying to find their way to, stay joyful, or at least stay optimistic, uplift each other. And everything in this week's story hasn't been much. It's just, we're kind of getting to learn a bit more about Amanda, since we're working with her more closely. There's just friendly banter between her, Mithrax, and Devrim. Nothing important. It's just it's just friendly conversation. It's not like last season with the War Mines and the Seraph Battlegrounds, where, talking about relationships with people, talking about, predictions or theories or knowledge that we're retrieving. Like, every end of mission stuff tend to have more lore to it, to at least add on to each other. But this one's I didn't really learn anything other than, that Devon was a paratrooper. It wasn't, there's nothing really important to the main story in these conversations. But it's still really fun to listen to. The Vanguard and its allies are working to rescue more prisoners from the Shadow Legion. The Queen's Guard will be called when their assistance is needed again. Oh.
Aramis, I have nothing to say to you. I spared your life and you used it to return to your hate and violence.
I will not thank you for your mercy, or ask for your forgiveness. But I am not your enemy.
You spoke this way before. I believed your lies then. I will not do so now.
I saved your daughter's life. I know she is the future of the Elixni. But the machine spawn will never allow us that future. Again and again they cut us down. When we seek to unify our houses, when we seek power for ourselves, they will never see you as their equal.
And you believe that we are equals? You bow to the witness and a god of the hive.
We are the leaders of our people, and we must find power where we can. You did the same when you chose to live amongst those who have slaughtered us for centuries.
I have ended that violence.
It has not ended. You just live behind our enemy's walls. Your house relies on hope as much as mine does. I want us to be free, to be gentle and care for each other. I want us to be weavers and dancers again. That is why you did not kill me, because you want this as well. But until we control our own future, the Elixni will never be these things again.
It kind of sucks because they're both right. Although Mithrax is definitely on the better path. Siding with the witness and the hive gods, that's just not the correct answer. You know the witness's plans. You know what the hive are capable of. Like, sure, the Elixni and the humans have been at war for centuries. But the very fact that we let them live among us, fight side by side, we help them, they help us, that steps in the right direction versus you know, whatever Aramis is deciding is right. Part of her heart is in the right spot, but her anger and fear keep her from truly accomplishing those things. Is essentially doing everything she can to not go down the right path. Very interesting.
Just gonna take a minute here.
There's only 2 more weeks of this, though. Wow, we just jumped up in. Oh, I need that glimmer. Oh, please. Ooh. I like that. We're gonna grab that. It's not a bad ghost shell. That's cute. I forgot about this email. We're not getting it. It's too gross, but it's funny. What is this? Oh, the crows. I don't care what the shader looks like. We have to buy him. Alright, let's run to the helm real quick. Unlock our upgrades. Let's start working on some red borders, maybe? I don't even know what weapons we should even try to craft. And we have a lot of lore to read. Get ready to be bored. I won't, but you will. So we got the combat bow. It's an adaptive fusion. Got the auto rifle. Just a normal lightweight. Let's just work on Regnant. Oh, it's a different Regnant. Alright, back to orbit. And it's time for some reading. Man, look at all these lore books. What the? Alright, Dusk and Dawn. Let's see what books we got. Cloudstrider Legacies, Last Days, Sightlines, and The Beaten Path. These two are getting from Season of Defiance. Those two we got from the campaign. This one is complete. Alright. Might have to just take a break halfway through, get some water, and go close my heat vent real quick. It is very warm today, so we don't need the heat from my computer and from our heater going. Alright, Cloudstrider Legacies. I forget where we got this from. The start. Oh, this is from our fixing all the memorials. So this is the Stargazer. It's Thursday. You know what that means. That's right. It is Cloudstrider Day. What do the Cloudstriders do? Right again. They keep us all safe. And how do we tell them thank you? By remembering them. Today, we will learn about Stargazer. Stargazer is someone who looks into the sky and studies the stars. The Cloudstrider who picked Stargazer as their call sign was very smart. Our planet Neptune is a hidden world. It is very large, but with our thick atmosphere and powerful magnetic field, it is very hard to see anything on the surface. This hides our city and keeps us safe, but it also hides the universe from us. We could see the stars, but not study them. Stargazer was the first person to learn how to use math to see the sky. Stargazer didn't just see stars, they also saw Earth. Do you know about Earth, children? That's right. Earth is a planet closer to the sun, and it's where humans came from a long time ago. We thought there were no humans left on the Earth, and we could not see to check. But when Stargazer looked to Earth, they saw more humans. But Earth is a very dangerous place now. The people there do not go to school, and they do not go to market. Instead, they are bullied by the warlords, who force them to do things instead of asking nicely. Are we going to be talking in the little kid tents? No, we're not. Okay. Don't know how much I could take elementary level learning. Stargazer worried what would happen if the warlords ever found Neptune. They might bully us too. Our world is very hard to find, and the people of Earth had forgotten about our tiny colony ship. But on Earth, they have computers too, and the warlords might learn of us just like we learn about the stars. Stargazer traveled to Earth and used a special computer called a war mine to make all the other computers on Earth forget about Neptune. Ah, so Stargazer who deleted everything. I wasn't quite sure about the theory of a Cloudstrider being the one to delete all of our data. But it looks like that part is true. Today we still watch Earth. And when the warlords are gone, we will go back and help the people there clean up their world. Just like when you help your parents clean up. Doesn't everybody like having a clean home? That's it for today, niños. 3, 2, 1, now have fun. Remember, thank you, Cloudstriders. Season 43, episode 19. Goodness sakes. That was a lie. The warlords have been gone for centuries. Laminakali. Signal detected, protocol type beam. Status is a priority. Origin recognized. From Stargazer. Decrypting. Transcript as follows. Excellent, excellent. Boot sequences go. System is yellow. Ambient thumping. Oh, bother. That door is not going to last. No, nope. Thought Golden Age Earth made things to last. Estimate what? 12 minutes? Ambient thumping. 7 minutes. Well, we've done more with less, right? Hernandez? Please, I really need you to sit up now. Nod? Joseph, I need you to not die. Not after Wing and Chabra and, oh my gosh, Hideati. Cloudstriders are supposed to die. Not everyone else. Not part of their arrangement. Yes, okay. We will get back to this. Ambient chime. Ah, Malahati. I'm afraid your timing is awful. What to do now? What to do? Ambient thumping. Yelling. Wait, these are the names of the war mines. I just need quiet, please. Breathe in. Breathe out. The access information, strategic operations, global scale, permission, whatever. Stand by for new operation parameters. Well, absurd, isn't it, Hernandez? These Earth survivors will kill each other over access to clean water, and we're going to teach them Chaucer? They'll debate Du Fu while dying of sepsis, I suppose. Whatever, they can absorb in 5 minutes at least before Carnunta's interiors break down that door. Shouldn't have shot him, I suppose. Oh, nope. It's just dawning now that perhaps we don't want our vindictive little crowd of sycophants pushing all the red buttons in this bunker after avenging their fallen light wielder. No, Hernandez, I don't think we do. Ambient thumping. I said I need quiet. Quiet? Yes, Malati. Access Warsat network. What's overheard? Gamma projector. Quick, clean. Neurons will be dead before they register any pain. Merciful. A good deal more merciful than this warband has been with their neighbors. What the I don't understand what's happening. Oh, is this them breaking in and... This might be when they destroyed all records. Okay. Oh my gosh. I see. So one is like... Alright, we're not reading all those. I'm sorry. This is all from a classroom standpoint. I'd rather not. Let's read, Season of Defiance lore instead. From great distance, Devram K leaned out the broken window of the Trostland church and fixed his eyes on the sky. The Traveler and the Witness were up there somewhere, with most of the Vanguard and all the fighter pilots the last city could muster. The comms were filled with static. All Devram knew for sure was that they were fighting for their lives. The orbital combat was barely visible in the daylight. An errant streak of weapons fire, the twinkle of an explosion. From the ground, the conflict was silent and beautiful, the deaths of his friends sparkling as gently as the light of long-dead stars. Devram tried, and failed, to shake the thought from his mind. There was a faint corona of fire, and the exosphere shimmered with a cloud of sparkling debris. It was impossible for Devram to tell if he was looking at the remains of the pyramids or the Traveler. Wire rifle fire crackled against the stone wall of the old church, and it cleared the field of threats with 8 precise shots. Devram steadied himself against the window frame and pulled a pair of binoculars from his vest, focused on a single distant speck that flashed in the sunlight as it tumbled to earth. He held his breath as the debris drew closer, and he was able to make out a strangely clean-cut slice of fuselage bearing Vanguard livery. Devram felt his hands go numb. "Mayday," he said into the EDZ comms channel, his voice somehow calm and clear. "Our birds are coming down." Far below, his binoculars shattered against the Trostland cobblestones. Chapter 2. Countback. Crow sighed. "You ever going to fire that thing?" The crack of the sniper rifle rattled off the tree line. Crow squinted at the small sapling he'd pointed out as a target. Devram's shot had split in half. "Nice shot," Glint said cheerfully. Devram gave the ghost a polite nod, and Crow rolled his eyes. "All right," Crow said, ignoring Devram's amused smile. "One more for you." The two of them had agreed on this rocky plateau for their little competition. They began with makeshift target dummies, posted out at various distances. When that quickly became monotonous, Glint helpfully agreed to transmat the targets into the air. Eventually, they simply started calling out challenges to each other. Devram took ages to line up his shots, but he hadn't missed yet. The man was frustratingly efficient. Devram stepped down from the boulder he was using as a perch. I don't know that you're the best marksman," Devram said, "but you make a fine spotter." "Ouch," Crow grinned. "Try to pick something difficult this time, old-timer." Crow crouched into a firing position, bracing his rifle against his shoulder. He heard footfalls on the gravel nearby and felt at once that peculiar sensation of stepping sidelong into an old recollection. The past superimposed itself over the present like a veil. Another hillside, another target. Crow glanced aside to find Devrim watching him silently, patiently. If Crow decided not to explain, he suspected Devrim wouldn't say a word about it. They would just get on with the game. In my past life, I had a friend who'd give us both a run for our money. We did this sort of thing all the time, Crow smiled to himself. I think I missed it. I didn't think Prince Uldren had many friends, Devrim said. But then again, you're not terrible company at present, so I suppose it follows. Crow let out a startled laugh. As compliments go, I'll take it. Devrim turned away to face the rocky slope. There's a house dust symbol on that scrap of metal out there, just shy of the old transmission tower. Crow thought for a moment. First one to land 3 shots gets 2 points. Playing to your strengths, Sir Crow. Devrim was already lining up his sights. Just keeping things fun, Sir K. Chapter 3, Thrissix. Devrim heard the skiff break through Earth's atmosphere before he saw it. From his elevated post in the church steeple, the whine of the fallen engines was unmistakable. The aging scout put down his thermos and turned off his datapad, which displayed the week's crucible highlights. He sighted the skiff through the scope of his Golden Age rifle and unmuted his comms. All parties, this is Devrim. I've just spotted a skiff entering the atmosphere 2 clicks north of Trossland. Looks like Salvation colors. Do you copy? Yeah, I see it. Crow's languid reply betrayed an exhaustion Devrim could relate to. Looks like they're heading for what's left of the checkpoint. The Guardian had dismantled a Shadow Legion blockade during a rescue mission earlier in the week, and the area was littered with armor, weapons, and scrap, all common targets for fallen scavengers. Looks like a mid-sized scav crew, Crow continued. What do you think? Devrim recognized a note of reluctance in the hunter's voice. As long as they stick to scavenging, I say we leave them be. But let's keep eyes on. I don't want any more surprises. Copy that, Crow replied with an audible relief. I'm on recon. I'll keep you posted. Half hour later, Devrim's comms squalled back to life. He roused himself from the anxious, semi-alert doze that pervaded his long days. Something strange here, Devrim. Crow sounded intrigued. One of the scavs slipped away while the others weren't looking. A drag. He's headed your way. Roger that, Devrim replied. I'm in position, awaiting contact. Stand by. Devrim nestled behind his scope, sighting the northern tree line. After a few minutes, he spotted rustling bushes. His crew just realized he's gone. The vandal in charge is yelling his head off. I think I just learned some new Elixir vocabulary, the hunter chuckled. Devrim watched the drag emerge from the tree line. He disengaged the safety on his rifle and sighted the scavenger's head, but something stayed his hand. Crow, this chap he's unarmed, Devrim whispered. He's got his hands up and he's walking right toward me. You always were a popular guy, Crow quipped. Must be the accent. Devrim squinted over the top of his rifle. The drag spotted him and started chittering. Shouting something, listen. Devrim went silent, allowing Crow to pick up the drag over comms. He's saying, I am Thrissix. Peace to the great machine. Honor to the Kell of Light, Crow translated. He's defecting. The scrawny dreg knelt in the rubble beneath the church tower, malnourished and frightened. Devrim felt a lump in his throat. The dreg reminded him of the scared kids who had volunteered during the Red War. Devrim took his finger off the trigger. I'll be darned, he said to himself, a voice thick with emotion. Let's bring the poor bugger in. That's a good story. I like that one. Beaten path. I'm assuming this has to deal with It's talking about Norm Brown. I don't know who these people are. We'll avoid that book. Other books we got. I believe this has to do with Nezarek. And this is about Strand, which we don't have all done. Alright, that's enough lore. Let's get back into some gameplay. Some things that we have to get done. We do have to do this on Legendary. Okay, so this has got the Legendary difficulty on. Equipping Vexcalibur is recommended for this activity, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. It's a fixed difficulty. Okay. We will deal with that later. I might not even do that on stream. In order to do that, we have to do Nimbus's crap. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So speaking of Vex, we'll probably throw on Vexcalibur. Gotta get a couple of Vex kills. Probably replace it with a sniper rifle there. We'll use a heavy machine gun.
Ready to take on some baddies? Can't wait to see what you do with this.
Nice. It's a good thing to have. Vex Incursion countermeasures. In the Vex Incursion zone, defeat combatants using Strand to collect shellcode fragments. Open a terminal overload key chest to obtain a polymorphic engine. Open chests after completing terminal overload. Yeah, that's our daily bounty. And then, yep, Vex. Use stasis. Okay, use kinetic. It's fine. I do need to put together a good Strand build. Is Necrotic Grip still disabled? Let's check. No, we can still use them. I'll have to. Should we do some putting together some stuff? Yeah, let's do that real quick. So with Strand, we don't have everything unlocked actually. Let's go ahead and unlock everything. Now that, you know, the raid's done, don't have to go to other characters, don't have to worry about Strand. I'm fine spending all my Strand resources on my Warlock. Might even give us the final Strand as well. Let's buy that. 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're just shy of buying all of them. Super final blows him as suspending burst. Not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We'll grab that just cause. So with all that being said, let's build a shackle grenade build. So consuming that. Activator Weaver's trance. Final blows while Weaver's trance is active. Creates a suspending detonation. This paired with necrotic grips and osteo is the way to go. Let's go to D2 armor picker. Here, I'll share the screen so you guys can see this. Sweet. So on our warlock, let's clear all this. I did this to make my osteomancy. Let's go necrotic. So we're going to strand. So with that being said, we got to look into here and figure out what aspects we want to run. All right, let's use this.
Look, I think we're going
Oh.
Finally, we are talking.
You know who I'm on. I don't think he really, like, this isn't edited. All right, there we go. That's what I want to look at. Oh, wait, no, not yet. So the fragments we need. Doesn't give the name, so I just gotta look at the. All right, that makes sense. We'll want generation. That, again, also makes sense. Is that binding? No, it's mind. Yeah, that's fair. Picking up an orb of power grants woven mail, which is honestly ridiculous. So there we go. That's what we want. Yeah, rift doesn't matter. Healing rift is always just good, though. Nothing wrong with that. Do have a resistance mod on, but that doesn't matter. Essentially just lots of arm mods. Alright, back to D2 armor picker. So what were our aspects? Continuity. Generation. And warding. Using necrotic. So resilience wise, we actually don't need much resilience on this. I'd say 8. Recovery, let's also go 8, because why not? Discipline, let's try to go shoot for that 100. Wait. I see what happened here. So mobility is always just going to be high. This is using 4 mods. This is still using 4 mods. And the extra tier is from mobility, though. What is this looking like? It's essentially our same armor pieces that we have. I'm okay with that. We would have to use Robes of Transcendence. We'll use this one for now just because we don't have to upgrade anything. Alright, let's open this up in dim. He called this Death Stranding. What was the one? It was the one that doesn't give us a thread of mind. Okay, we want you. We'll have to upgrade and masterwork that. It's this one that we want to use. Mod-wise, we want 3 resilience, 1 recovery, and 1 discipline. Which hurts, but... No, 1 recovery and then 1 discipline. So for helmet, we want the kinetic siphons and special weapon or heavy ammo finder. That's fine. Usually doesn't matter too much. In fact, we'll even take that off. We don't need to risk that. If we can't afford it, we can't afford it. For the arms, we want, was that impact induction? Interesting. And wait. What mod is that? Grant class ability energy when you cause damage with a melee. Weird. For legs, we want recuperation, because that stuff's good. And then we want kinetic weapon surge. And then triple bomber. I see. So you use your melees to get your class ability, which gives you grenade. And then grenade should give you... Yeah, okay. I see the loop. Yeah, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we could put 1 in there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We won't be able to fit a finder mod. Unless we switch that and that. In either case. And then we for sure want osteo. I just closed the game. I meant to go back to orbit, not desktop. Give me a second while we reload. Let's get this build going. There's only one grip I have with this loadout system in Destiny right now. It's beautiful. It is fantastic. One of the best additions they made to the game. I just wish it didn't save everything. If that makes sense. I wish you could control what you saved. Because maybe I don't want to save, you know, the weapons I'm using. Or maybe I don't want to save, I don't know, something. Maybe the subclass, right? Maybe I have like a neutral game that works with any subclass. I wish I could control that. But you can't. So we got to use the whole, whatever it's called. Give me a second. We gotta get some crap out of our inventory. We have too much stuff in here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Alright. So we gotta use this stupid blue weapon glitch that's happening. It's always a pain to just buy and dismantle and let us equip you. Cool. It's gonna bark at me, but we're just gonna ignore that. Do I have any gloves to infuse? I do. Sweet. Now, what did the item picker say to put my artifice in? Strength and resilience. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, I see. Where were those last? Oh, it was going to be a loader. That's right. So we want a kinetic loader. So for vestments, we just needed all of this. I don't know. Just any form of resistance mods, I guess. Arc, Solar Void. Because, sure. I just realized this needs to be void. Name, you need to be Strand. Okay, and then color needs to be green. Cool. Sweet. Now we got a strand build. Now the only thing I really have to do is go in, change up my armor, make it look good for each loadout, save those loadouts so character can look like the part, instead of looking like this void beast, no matter what he's running. Oh, why is he not running shackle grenade? Freak. That's actually very important. Okay, fine. I don't care. I'll worry about those weapons later. See what I mean? Oops. Because I overlooked the grenade. I now have to reacquire those blues, dismantle them, save the loadout. It's just a lot of hassle. Wow, Weaver's trance lasts forever. Hehehe. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. What? Just killing things with Strand? I mean, this is the Vex Incursion Zone. It's just weird that the override isn't matching it. An action figure? It is an action figure. Oh, nice. Gotta collect all those at some point. Didn't mean to do that, but it's fine. Laser beam him. Come on. Darn.
So, you're one of them Earth light wielders, yeah? I'm Maintenance Chief Vagny de Sydney. Call me Sid. My crews keep this city running. Or we do when it's not filled with space rhinos. So,
Oh.
all districts at war.
Hi.
No talk. Repairs. Get me the goods.
Hmm. Sure. Okay. I still don't like the fact that they put you 15 under in patrol. Like, I understand it's like to bring difficulty back to patrol and whatnot, but it's really annoying to, you know, never come up to part. Where did the tank go? Did he just despawn? Are you kidding? What? Well, that's lame. There's just not enough like grouped enemies here. It's nice that they keep spawning though. I guess that has a plus. Okay, so 2 more of these. Yeah, we can't do this at the same time as the overload. Gosh, I can't reach that. There's one. There's the last one. Now we can go do a Vex override. Or terminal overload, sorry. I think Vex override was the splicer season. Probably should have kept that to infuse. Oh well. Alright, they just started this. No worries. I hate threshers. Something needs to be done about them. Now, this is a scenario where this build really shines. Nothing but constant Vex. I picked up the tangle.
And the Shadow Legion swings in with a shielded snatchback. A devastating combo. Let's see what the Guardian has to say about that.
This build is actually really fun. I don't know why I haven't been using this before. Come on, you two.
The Shadow Legion's giving the Guardian a real run for their money. Will our champ prevail?
Ready for round 2. I think there's a thresher nearby. Nope, just lots of X. It's not what I meant to do. That sucks. Ah, the thresher.
The Vex aren't giving up yet. Show them what a mistake that is.
Alright. This isn't working. That was weird. Gun just stopped firing. We've got this. Dang it, these scorpion tanks. Or the scorpion turrets, not tanks. I'll add this to my thoughts after we're done kind of going through these quests. 'Cause I feel like they're important to talk about in regards to difficulty in the game and like how it relates to other activities. And just kind of putting together a bunch of thoughts like other content creators and whatnot have said and done. Also, why are we taking so long to kill these things? We haven't even spawned the tank yet. We're not going to get this done. There's no way. Son of a gun. Anyone else want to shoot it? No? Okay. For goodness sakes. I don't know. For me, it's just like there's certain things to make hard and certain things not to make hard. Patrol is not something you need to make hard. Increase the ad density, sure. You know, this activity is actually pretty fun. Enemies are constantly spawning. But don't make it feel like I have to prepare for a heroic nightfall anytime I want to load up into the patrol zone. Because that is not fun. We wanted more ad density. And I mean, we got it. We also got a bunch of other stuff we didn't want with it. And it's not even like true difficulty either. It's just they power cap you. So even if you're at the pinnacle cap, you'll never be able to just make this easier for yourself. But stuff like the Nightfalls and the, you know, playlist, battlegrounds and whatnot, that stuff's fun. I enjoyed the difficulty they added to that. When I load them into that playlist, you know, that's what I'm expecting. Okay. I enjoy this build, but I actually do really prefer my Void, my Void Walker build more. Just more comfortable with it. I like it more. I think, if I recall, when we talked about like making patrols more interesting, it wasn't to increase its difficulty, but rather to, you know, give us more stuff to do. And they've done that here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do in Patrol and Neomuna. Alright, let's do this overload chest.
Thanks for your help, Guardian.
All of us know the drill. I also wonder if the thrush damage is coming because of the the frame rate glitch. I'm not 100% sure about that one. Oh. That's right, because it's not the overload chest that you can pick up, it's the normal loot one. For a second I thought the glitch was gone. Anyways, yeah, if you have a higher frame rate, you take a lot more damage from enemies. I'll have to test that with those threshes, but getting like 2-shot by those things, no matter what level you are, even if you're over leveled them, never feels good. It's one thing I hated in, what's it called, Dares of Eternity, when you're in the Cabal boss room. I should have equipped some craftable weapons. So, oh no, I have my Hollow Denial. It's kind of the only one I'm worried about. So if we can get one more. If not, then we'll just go straight back to Nimbus. Or turn in the bounty and go straight to the activity, I should say.
Shadow Legion's trying to crash
Nope.
the Cloud
Okay.
Ark again. Put a stop to it, would ya?
Alright, now we gotta go to this. Normally I run this with the clan, but we'll try this solo. What do we got? Strand and Solar Surge. Oh boy. Scorch Earth. Alright, Pestilence. Flying units do increased damage. Of course they do. Void and Strand Shield. Solar Threat. Overload Unstop. Okay. And it's contest mode, so it will always be 15 under. I don't have any upgrade modules. Well, that sucks. We'll hold on to that one just because. Yeah. Do we have. What overload do we have? SMG? SMG and Scout. Scout and Auto. Sure, why not? Because it is Solar
I'm
Singe.
picking up a major radiation spike nearby, Guardian. Could be trouble. We
What?
should check it out.
Why do we have so many blues? That's weird.
That drill is tapping into the city's utility lines, extracting nanite fluid. Without that, the city can't repair itself.
I mean, grenades will give us the majority of our orbs back, so let's just do double heavy. Oh, we don't even have to use auto rifle. Because Thunderlord's got inherent overload. Never mind, we're fine there. Should we just grab succession then? Because why not? I'm fine with that. Let's try it. Let's see how awful we do. Rendezvous with Sam.
I'm picking up a Cloud Arc signal on my sensors.
Hey, it isn't my favorite people. You up for something different today?
Whoa, is that really you, Sam? You look
What the?
different.
Yeah, that'd be the virus. You seen those Vex portals around the city, right? Well, I'm carrying a virus that'll thin them out. I need to upload it to the Vex's local directory, but they won't let me just walk in. I can't wrangle this virus and fight at the same time.
So stay away from him. He bounces you.
Whoa, what are all these Shadow Legion doing here?
They're hijacking the Vex portals. Let's take them down.
Sam, I swear. Son of a gun, Sam. I am real sick of this. Oh my gosh, Sam. Leave me alone.
Vex firewall is tough stuff, but the virus should be able to punch through. As long as I can feed it enough raw data.
Looks like that Shadow Legion was carrying a bank of Vex decryption keys. Probably to brute force the defenses. Would that work?
Good thing. Send me that data and I'll give it a try.
The firewall is down. Good work, Sam.
Like it was a literal wall.
I couldn't do this without you.
I'm trying to think, why do I not like Nimbus as much as I should? But, like, I'm kind of fine with Sam. Just trying to figure that out in my head. Might be because I don't have to listen to Sam as much as I have to listen to Nimbus. I can see that being a possibility. Sam, could you just, like, stay near the Cabal and... Uh-oh, here he comes. I hate you, Sam. You just made me waste the Nova Bomb.
The Vex are amping up their defenses. I'm gonna need more data to break through.
Sam, I swear, you just, you know, stay next to the enemy. Bounce them around. Sam? Figure your crap together, man.
Sam, stop destroying the walkways.
Sorry. It's hard to control this thing.
That's what I like to see. Oh, the music got intense all of a sudden. Sam, I swear. I'm gonna kill you. Can you just stay still, Sam? Just, I don't know. Just be literally anywhere but here. Good job, Succession. Alright, at least it's only 2. Come on. Where's the next wave? Yeah, stay away from me. Quit bouncing me. I guess what also sucks is like within the Vex network and stuff, right? That's where all the Neomuna people are. You think they couldn't at least be like people, right?
The Vex local directory is right up ahead.
Hey!
Oh, oops. Check out that Vex. Those defenses are mega bad news.
It's blocking all outbound signals. The virus won't be going anywhere until we destroy that Vex.
Get me some raw data from the Shadow Legion and I'll
All
take
right.
down those defenses.
Better not boots me in this boss fight, Sam. Or else you and I are gonna have a real problem. Yeah, that's right. Stay next to the Minotaur. Nope, don't. If you boop. Sam, I'm gonna murder you. Okay. Alright. Can we at least get like a rally banner?
Whoa. Check out that Vex.
Nope.
Those defenses are
Okay, I'm
mega
glad I
bad
didn't use my
news.
super.
It's blocking all outbound signals. The virus won't be going anywhere until we destroy that Vex.
Give me some raw data from the Shadow Legion and I'll take down those defenses.
There's the data. Sam, catch!
I'm trying!
Good thing the Vex care more about structural integrity than Sam does.
Hey, I'm doing my best here.
Are we moving forward?
Take that, Bolthead!
I see. Okay. Let's see here. Some special ammo here so we can... Where are you? Use the snipper a little bit, and I guess we just use our primary. Why is it so hard to hit the crit? Like, I know I didn't hit like all my shots in the crit, but... Alright, we have heavy ammo. Sam. Boot me again, I dare you. What the? One bullet. I'll kill him.
It'll take me a bit to get the virus uploaded, but now that the coast is clear, that'll be a breeze.
We make a great team, don't we?
And not just when I'm on the other side of the radio. The Vex won't take this line down, but whenever there's a new virus to deliver, I know who I'll call. See you then.
Alright, Sam, get out of here. So sick of him.
Rohan always said battles are won with strength, but wars are won with brains. Looking good, pal. Done and done.
I think once our face back here is... Yeah. Let's also go unlock this strand crap. Boom. The final strand. Now that you've mastered the power of strand, the time has come to get creative with it. Meditating at the Puka Pond sparks an exciting notion. How might you incorporate strand energy into your weapons? Cloud Strikers have developed some interesting weapon systems over the years. Perhaps Nimbus could help you out with their nanites. At the very least, they'll be eager to brainstorm on a cool new gun. Visit Nimbus at the gate and discuss incorporating strand into a weapon. I will probably do that off stream. There's no need for me to do it. Oh yeah, I wanted to work on the catalyst for Excalibur. That didn't happen.
What do you want?
Not even a red border. So I guess I wanted to make a few notes of this. Maybe I'll make a legit video. We'll see. But thoughts on the day one raid. Those of you who don't know, this last weekend, Root of Nightmare came out. Contest modifier on for 48 hours instead of the normal 24 because it went from a Friday to a Saturday. All in all, I enjoyed the raid. I would give it 7 out of 10. 6 is too harsh. I feel like 6 puts it a little lower than my intentions. It's not a banger of a raid. I still love Vow of the Disciple so much more. Even with its really dumb intro section, which is just this long, tedious grind. But I don't mind it. A lot of people hate it. I'm indifferent. I want to break down this raid to multiple sections as to why I gave it a 7 out of 10. First off, the mechanics are very simple. They're good mechanics, but there was no challenge in them. We learned how to do each encounter, I would say, in about an hour top. For the first encounter, it took us, I'd say, about 40 minutes just to understand how the whole chaining system worked. But once we got that down, it was fairly simple. Once we learned only one person had to run, the rest of us just had to make sure we killed Scions and Tormentors. It was relatively a breeze, just as long as people didn't die. Second room was the exact same thing, except with 2 people. The only new mechanic there was essentially the different enemies that you had to have the buff for to kill. But that was fairly obvious. As soon as you see the swirling around them and they were immune to your shots, it took 3 seconds to figure out that mechanic. And that was the only new thing. The white mechanic on that was really fun, though. I enjoyed getting pushed out. The third room with the planets, that was a slap in the face. Well, I'll put in the jumping puzzle. The mechanics for that didn't take too long to uncover either. I mean, we discovered that in seconds, if I recall correctly. Like, we just blew through that like it was nothing. Once we had fun with like the big wiping count mechanic that was happening there, because that was fun. But yeah, the planet room was really fun. That actually tickled our brain for a little bit, but even then it wasn't that difficult. We figured out the mechanics relatively quickly. We also did have the help of someone who was observing in, who wasn't actively playing. So he helped out a lot with us figuring that out. But again, I'd say that only took us like an hour to understand mechanically, and then just a couple more hours after that for execution. And then Nezarek himself, it was the exact same thing as the second encounter. Figuring out how to counteract his wipe, though, I can't remember if we looked that up or we discovered that on our own. But in either case, like, the mechanics were just so simple. And it doesn't shock me that the raid was cleared in 2.5 hours. We could have done it a lot quicker too had our survivability been different. Which leads me to my next point. So mechanics, I'd give it maybe a 3. I want to push it higher because of the planet room, but it was one encounter that was implemented in, whereas 3/4 of the raid was not. So I give it about a 3 out of 10 for mechanics. Combat difficulty, for the most part, I enjoyed it. It was on par with what we expect. The problem is we're just so power crept. We're so much better at building out our loadouts. Once we put on the right things, we were able to control ads and kind of do the combat and boss damage side of things really easily. And there's nothing much Bungie can do in regards to that. We've gotten better. It's just all there is to it. Even myself, like last year during VOW, I did not have proper loadouts. I was not rocking the right stuff. That's what made it hard. And the reason why we failed is just we didn't have the damage check. And that's because I didn't use any of the mods. I didn't optimize my builds. It's just not something I ever did. But this raid, I really prioritized it. Making sure everything was synergized, everything was optimized. And that really did make the difference. So without, my power creep and skill and preparation, I give combat difficulty a good 7. No, I give it an 8 or 9 out of 10. Ad density was probably as great as it could be. There's not much more combat difficulty wise that Bungie can do. I would have enjoyed more tormentors though. Throw a few more of those at us. Like the first encounter was just dripping with tormentors and I loved it, but you just don't see them the rest of the raid. I wanted more tormentors. I want them a common enemy like wyverns, right? Next part, the setting of the raid was amazing. 10 out of 10. It was, the setting was beautiful. I won't talk too much, and if I do make a video, I'll show gameplay of the setting, but I loved it. I'm still learning more about it. I've watched Bife and Mylan's videos to comprehend it even more for things that they might have picked up that I missed. I say might. Of course, they picked up more than me. But the setting was beautiful. The lore was amazing. It doesn't really tie into the main story too much, which I can forgive. A good, it was Aztecross and I think Tassie? Paul Tassie? Could have been someone else. Also maybe Dado. I can't remember. I've read so many opinions and reviews about this raid. But multiple people have talked about how this is more of a stepping stone to raiding, and that so many new players have joined up this year that Bungie probably wanted this raid to be on a lower level so that more people could experience the raid and be hyped for next year's, which should be a banger. And if it's not a banger next year, then yeah, no, that's going to be an awful end. But yeah, so that was all good. The loot of the raid, 10 out of 10. Oh my gosh, the weapons look fantastic. Half of them are just insane from what I've seen and used myself. And I'm excited to kind of get my hands more on the weapons and trying them out and seeing how great they are. A lot of the perks, the origin traits, they are all they're really good. Very creative. Very unique. The armor is ridiculous. I want armor like that. Please, more armor like that. I'm excited to get all the armor for that raid. I couldn't really care less for armor in past raids, if I'm going to be honest with you. But this one, I want. I'm not sure if I'll use them, but I want it. And yeah, so that's kind of why my scoring is 7 out of 10. Maybe it should be higher, but the fact that the mechanics were so bland and the same throughout, it really killed it for me. Like, I feel like the Duality Dungeon has more mechanics in it than this raid. like I said, it's probably tailored towards newer players. This isn't saying anyone who day one this shouldn't have. It was still a pain in the butt. The Nezarec fight getting one shot by the smallest things, and it wasn't even consistent either. That was rough. That hurt. Did not like that. I guess I should have put this in combat difficulty. I want it fair. Right? If Nezarec shots did half your health every shot, I can live with that. I can plan things out. I can be like, okay, I can tank this hit. I have to dodge this next one. Or it's like, I dodged enough, but one slipped through. I'll be okay. Like, you can prepare and anticipate it. But if you just, I don't know, one instance I can tank 3 or 4 of his hits. The other I get one shot, even in normal mode. This still persists, just not as often. But that really frustrated me. The launch pads, those were kind of annoying. Those caused a few wipes in the second encounter. Well, it's to be expected. Anything physics-based, it's going to break. I do applaud them for taking the risk, though. It was fun kind of crossing the gap, going back and forth. But that's just another technical issue. Need it to be fixed in order for us to fully enjoy it. What are some other points? I don't want people to feel disappointed in it. It still felt amazing to clear it day one. And just because more people completed it doesn't mean it was worse. But I do agree with all the elitists out there. This raid was a little too easy. We were hoping for more, especially as the prelude to the final shape. We were hoping and expecting more, and it didn't really deliver. And it really does feel bad. There's a difference between having more people complete it and having it so even like casual players have... It's rude to say it. It's not to undermine people's accomplishments, but you know it's rough when... I don't even know how to phrase it. It really was just too easy. When groups of people who have never completed day one raids could beat people who have gotten belts. You know there's a slight balance off. I mean, congrats to them. They worked hard for it. That's fantastic. But yeah, it was too easy. And like I mentioned earlier, if a Legend Lost sector is, to me, harder to complete than the raid on contest mode, there's an issue. And that just has to do with the area, environment, what enemies you're being thrown. The Tormentors, when they're there, you're not in confined areas. You are in this massive open area. The Tormentors have no shot at hurting you. They really don't. You can kill them so quickly. The Barrier Champion gave us more trouble than the Tormentor. But yeah, that's kind of my initial thoughts on the raid. I can probably flesh them out, make a proper video on it. Maybe, we'll see. And it was also the first time I streamed it, a day one raid, or any raid with my clan on my channel. So you missed those, check them out. They were fun, very long. Maybe I'll put a highlight together. I probably will, not for the channel per se, but more for my Discord group, so that we can all remember it and have fun with it. I think they'd enjoy it. That's it for this stream. I'll probably just be on next Tuesday. I don't really plan on streaming the rest of this week. But you guys are great.